that show. Ooh, JJ and Deacon, they're the ones in the know. Subscribe quick, the Squid Monster's on the way. Inspire with us, tomorrow's news today. This more, yeah.
We got great news. We're going to tear down the union. We're going to destroy the IRS. We're going to stop paying taxes. It's amazing. I'm so excited. Right? Right? Like that can happen. Good morning, everybody. I'm JJ. That's Deacon. We meet here Monday through Friday on rumble.com/JJW or youtube.com. The link is in the description. And we talk about news, politics, culture.
They shadow ban us on YouTube.
Oh, they shadow ban. I don't know if they shadow ban. What is it? Shadow banning when you never achieve any notoriety?
No, that's true.
But we can't find ourselves.
When I go on my PlayStation and go onto YouTube and go to the search bar and type in JJW space your space 2 space dads. That's the only way. And then I have to hit the space button. And then that's the only way your channel comes up. But on the things that it brings up, not one of our shows. It's all your MCOC and comic stuff. So,
oh, really?
Go to Rumble to find us, your two dads. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So we got a lot of interesting news to talk about. I'm going to get to say I told you so. I love saying I told you. Not I love saying I told you so, but I'm going to get to say I told you so. We got some interesting propositions. We got some Harvard news, you know.
Okay.
We got a bunch of little things to talk about. So, what's up, dude? How are you? You good?
I'm excellent. We haven't had a chance to talk. We were like running by the skin of our teeth this morning. I've been rushed all day for some reason. I don't know why. Nothing has happened. So I just feel like I've been behind all day.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get it right into the stories here. Let's see. Where did it go? It's right there. I need to share this one. Ohio Congressman Warren Davidson has introduced legislation to repeal the 16th Amendment, stating that the government should not tax people's incomes. Oh, come on with the thing. What do you think about this? Originally, the country did not have an income tax. Davidson said on Wednesday on Just the News, No Noise TV show, they passed the 16th Amendment just to make it legal for the government to take your money. It was originally just going to be for the very, very, very wealthy. And now, of course, you all better get your paperwork in before April 15th, or you might be going to jail. So, Deke.
Yes.
What do you think about income tax? I mean, like, look, there's two sides of it, right? There's like, hey, they're taking my money, but then the other side is like, oh, well, the government provides valuable goods and services. So, is it worth cutting the government off of the taxpayers' wallet?
I will just say this: the income tax is illegal. It's completely illegal.
Well,
it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. And I could have a 2-hour-long discussion with you about this if you wanted to. But I will summarize all of everything that I've got to say into the income tax is illegal.
And there's immoral, perhaps. You can have a philosophical this kind of opinion based on it, you know, whether or not you think the government ought to take income, ought to take people's hard working. It's not illegal though, because we changed the law, and that's what happens when you change the law. So, but it's probably
illegal.
It's probably wrong.
Trust me on this.
Okay.
You can have your opinion, I'll have mine.
Yeah. So he introduced this bill to the Judiciary Committee. It probably will never even get voted on.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not. And it's super hard to change the Constitution. This is something you'd have to.
And he's put a target on his back, and you're never going to hear his name again. And that's why it's really surprised me that we still hear James Comer's name. You know, it's like the dude is painting his own target which I'm glad for people like that, and I'm glad for guys like this. But the unfortunate reality is that he's painting his own target, because these senators use the income tax code and law to skirt their way around it so they don't have to pay. The corporations use the income tax law and code and skirt their asses around it. And when they can't skirt their asses around it, they use their power, influence, and money to skirt their ass around it to get the laws changed in their favor. And so me and you are working our ass off 90 hours in 2 weeks. We're getting taxed here. We're getting taxed there. I can't believe there's not a taking a crap tax. You know, Al Gore tried to make a breathing tax, basically, and we all fell for the damn shit.
Carbon tax, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's a
taxes.
It's illegal.
Man. Well, it's definitely so.
I have no problem donating. I have no problem working and then taking a percentage of my work and donating whatever it is, time, money, work itself, whatever. I don't have a problem donating that to my community and the place that I live to improve things, to give my children better schools, to give the roads better, to have better government buildings, to have law enforcement officials and firefighters and stuff. And most of the damn firefighters around here are volunteer. You know, so I will gladly pay for that, but you're not going to stick a gun to stick a gun to my head and threaten me. All right, to threaten me with jail time for every single thing that I do. I have to pay taxes on. That's straight up illegal as shit, and they have changed the laws to make it so it's not illegal.
Right,
because they are the ones that write the laws.
So I mean, this is the basic difference between Republicans and Democrats, or between conservatives and liberals, is and you know, that's not encompassing the entire kind of political spectrum of thought and ideology, but essentially people that are conservative or right of center think that they are better. They and organizations they choose are better at allocating their funds for use, which is why, you know, you have more people that donate to charities or organizations or what have you, that are small local organizations, churches, things like that. You know, the religious right, Christians, they would rather give their money to churches and organizations that can disperse that money, rather than liberals. You got a ladybug there. Rather than liberals think that the government is going to be the most efficient way to allocate money and resources to the common good. So anyway, so look, the reality is this bill is not going to manifest as the actual repeal of the 16th Amendment. I mean, like moonshot, you know. But what it does is he wants to put people on record to support it or oppose it. Like, hey, if you're gonna oppose this vote, then you are in support of government seizing your money, which means that you're not a fiscal conservative or a moral conservative in that kind of sense of small government. So basically, he wants to put people on the record, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, so Congressman Warren Davidson from Ohio, he's got big clangers. Okay.
Either way you look at it, you know, they're stealing from you one way or the other.
Yeah. Let's see. This is. Let's talk about this. I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. I bet you don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. I don't watch the Jimmy Kimmel live show, whatever.
No.
Yeah. But
Jimmy Kimmel was which one is he? Okay, Jimmy Kimmel was on the Man Show.
Yeah, he was the Man Show. He was Adam Carolla's.
He is I have a very 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 low opinion of that man. I've known who he is for
all of that aside,
2 decades.
Yeah, he's not a great guy. But this represents the evening entertainment late night show demographic. So you're gonna have your boomers and up still watching television. Forget about it. Well, it looks like Deke's got a guest there, so I'm gonna mute him for a second. So this is kind of cool though. Let me pull. Where's this thing over here? Here we go. Boop. The Defiant make a debut performance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. The Defiant, never heard of them. Okay, well, you may have heard of Dickie Barrett. He used to be the announcer for Jimmy Kimmel Live, but he lost his job because he opposed vaccine mandates in 2022. So Jimmy Kimmel Live was basically like, we're not saying you're fired, but you can't work here anymore. Everybody here has to wear a mask and get the vax and all of that. And he kind of opposed that. So he departed the Jimmy Kimmel Show after 2004 to 2022, so almost 20 years of being the announcer on that show. The supergroup Defiant is made up of Dickie Barrett from Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, which we've talked about a bunch on this show. Pete Parada, who formerly played for The Offspring, as well as let's see, former Smash Mouth guitarist Greg Camp, Street Dogs bassist Johnny Rio, and Joey LaRocca from The Briggs. So
yeah,
okay. So the Defiant, made up of former Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and Offspring band members and some other guys.
Well, I mean, Greg Camp from Smash Mouth was their guitarist, and he was original member. He's the one that he's responsible. He's the writer, like All Star and When the Morning Comes, and he's the one that wrote those. So he's that's a huge talent that you're getting right there with the guitarist. But his writing is great. Who was the other one? Johnny Rio. Yeah, Johnny Rio. Johnny Rio was a punk rocker, but he was mainly he was like was it the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones? It was a band that he was their guitar tech. I think it might have been the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and like the Dropkick Murphys, he was like their guitar tech. And then Joey, was it Joey LaRocca? Joey or Jason? Yeah. Okay, Joey was the guitarist of the band, and his brother Jason was the singer of the band, the Briggs. So they were a brother band. So it's all pretty good. If you listen to punk, you would know these, but these are punk bands that have gotten together.
But in particular, the front man, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and the I think on drums is Pete Parada. Both of them lost their jobs because they were like, I can't take that. You can't make us do that vax thing. And Pete Parada, who played for The Offspring, basically was fired from fired. Not like you can't tour. No, you're fired.
No, so the Offspring went on tour right about that time, and the Offspring had a new album coming out after a very long hiatus when they were the record company. I'm telling you this from a radio view because I saw this. I noticed that the Offspring had a new song that they were playing on the rock station because it's very freaking. The Offspring sound like the Offspring. It can't be anything else. I was like, this is the Offspring, and I've never heard this song. And so they were putting out a new song. The record companies were promoting it, and the Offspring was going on tour. They were trying to make a comeback because I always liked their guitarist. His name is Noodles. He's got big black glasses. Noodles, the guitarist. He's pretty cool. And so the Offspring made it very public that they were very pro-vaccine, and I think they even were like, if you're not taking the vaccine, we don't want your asses at the concert. Which, number one, you never want to alienate your fans. Okay, that's really bad. All right, that's a bad thing to alienate your fans. Okay, you lose half of them immediately, and they lost me. I'm like, screw Offspring. Screw Neil Young, screw Bruce Springsteen. I don't have to listen to their freaking music anymore. So I don't. And so I bet you that's what it come out of. They were all very pro-vaccine. They made it very public that they were very pro-vaccine. And I bet you he was like, I can't. Didn't he have some disease?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got fired because he refused to take the vaccine because his doctor was like, not a good idea, bro. You have Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Oh, okay.
You got like a disease. You can't. And his doctor was like, I can't. Or you can't. And so he told the band, he's like, I can't do that. And they're like, oh, okay, you're fired. You're fired. So,
but so in defense, in an educated defense of the band, not because I'm defending the band, but this is an educated defense of the band. The bands don't make a lot of decisions sometimes.
Sometimes it's management, sure. Yeah.
Let me refine that. A lot of times it's the record company. Yeah. You know, a lot of times it is.
But how many band members did you hear getting split up because of this? You know, it's not hundreds. It's like a couple of guys. You know, so, you know, not saying you're not right, but like if it was,
hey man, if you're herding sheep and you got 100 of them doing what you're doing, and a couple of them start running off and whatnot, you whip their ass and get them back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I was just using a stupid analogy there, but. You know, you whip a couple of the guys, and then the other monkeys won't try to go for the banana. Remember?
Yeah. So you can go over to scanner.com, or if you don't want to go to the Jimmy Kimmel website, and they got a link to the video.
I'll listen to the song. Yeah, I didn't get to listen to it.
Actually, it's pretty good.
I'll actually listen to it. What is it? Is it a punk song, or is it more of like a ska?
It's yeah. You know what?
Mighty Boss Tone-esque.
It's not quite that bright to me. To me, it's not that bright, so you'd have to give it a listen. Okay, so let's see. We got Donald Trump saying it was that election day will be Christian Visibility Day. Apparently, you know, because Joe Biden's basically announced from the White House that Easter was Trans Visibility Day, which the 2 days fell in alignment. But like, why didn't you say Happy Easter to everybody? And like, why did he amplified this craziness? So Donald Trump seizing on the opportunity. He says, what the hell was Biden thinking when he declared Easter to be Trans Visibility Day? Referring to this proclamation as a total disrespect of Christians. November 5th is going to be called. Oh, that's punk. Oh, he's listening.
Yeah, it's
November 5th is going to be called something else. You know what it's going to be called? Christian Visibility Day.
November 5th?
Yeah, it must be the Tuesday and for election day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
nice.
That's Trump. All right. Let's see.
Nice.
We got let's go with Harvard. No, you know what? I'm not really interested in Harvard too much. Let's do.
Isn't it funny how, back in the day, there was a kid at school that was super smart with like almost perfect SAT, ACT, whatever them damn letters and scores that they always brainwashed you to think you've got to score really high on these. And he scored really high on them. And Harvard was one of those that he was going to. I think he ended up going to Yale, but Harvard was one that he had a chance to go to. And at the time, because we're brainwashed to told that this is very prestigious. And now that you've gotten older, that you're like, that's bullshit. I don't want my kid going to Harvard.
Right.
If Harvard offered a full ride to my kid, I would protest against it greatly. I'd be like, I'll get another job so that you will go here to Murray State.
They elevated a plagiarist to the president of Harvard and then defended her for a few weeks. Okay, so I'll talk about Harvard. So there's a professor at Harvard, and this isn't really bashing Harvard so much. It actually kind of was like, I guess they're swinging the other way. If you recall, folks, back in December, we talked about President Gay, and she was,
we made a lot of gay jokes.
We made some jokes about her for sure.
We made a lot of gay jokes,
and then she ultimately, being accused multiple times of plagiarism, revised her papers, was accused of plagiarism again, and then she stepped down. And when she stepped down, she declared that it was a racist attack against her. Like, right. So like, this is kind of the
when you're getting down to everything and you're out of bullets and you're out of grenades, sometimes you got to throw the flares, man. You got to throw everything. Look, JJ, here's now I've just got a little menagerie in here this morning. Look, I know exactly what JJ's going to
Here,
say when I show him the picture
well,
of this. Look at the screen before it runs
you
off the
got-
screen.
Oh, smash it.
I
Kill
knew
that
you were
thing.
gonna say that. No.
So here, let me. This is only related because it's also Harvard, but this was the timeline of the Claudine Gay resignation. In October, groups started to blame Israel for the attack on Israel, right? And then Gay condemns Hamas, and then Department of Education had an investigation, and then she testified before Congress. This woman. And then plagiarism allegations started coming up because you get in the spotlight and people are like, oh, what's going on over here? Let's have a look at what you did. And so she gets accused of plagiarism. So she corrects a couple articles, and then there's a probe, and then she corrects some more, and then there's more allegations. So on January 1st, additional plagiarism allegations levied. January 2nd, she resigns, saying it was racial animus. Okay, so that's the only reason I bring that up is because we covered that, and that's Harvard. Well, a Harvard professor is calling for an end to DEI. Randall L. Kennedy says DEI statements are coercive litmus tests. If you want the job or the promotion, play ball or else.
Is that Randy there, right there?
That must be Randy.
Man, Randy, you got my heart so far. I want to hear what you got to say.
All right. So by requiring academics to profess and flaunt faith in DEI, the proliferation of diversity statements poses a profound challenge to academic freedom. Let's see. If you want the job, or let's see. Kennedy says the center mirrors the expectations that DEI statements will essentially constitute pledges of allegiance that enlist academics into the DEI movement by soft-spoken but real coercion. If you want the job promotion,
that is exactly what it is, and I never really thought about that before.
Take a second.
Yeah, I've never really thought about that before, but in providing guidance to applicants on which DEI questions to address in formal statements, Kennedy said the center mirrors the expectation that the DEI will essentially constitute pledges of allegiance. That makes complete sense in the world. All right, so I have no control over JJ's little thing there, but I will remind you to like and subscribe. Go to the Discord server there. You'll see it. You see it there. Go over there. We like to hang out and talk in there throughout the day. Share news stories. There's some really funny stuff. There's some really interesting stories that come up over on the news channel, the News Drop channel that we don't talk about. I don't think that they're show worthy, but I still think that they're very important. That you should know about, and other folks put stuff in there as well. And sometimes we get, their Sinister Minister put a story in there that I'm going to bring up. So sometimes we get them off there, but it's fun over there in the Discord server. And there is did you see the Discord? I was going to bring this up to JJ. I hope he comes back soon. Did you see the Discord April Fool's joke that they did? Discord did an April Fool's joke where they put out that Discord was going to have loot boxes, and they had this video on YouTube that said that they were going to have Discord loot boxes. I don't know how that would have happened, but it's funny because it like surpassed. Let me see if I do have the. Yeah, here it is. I'll see if I can overshot JJ's article here. Discord loot boxes. This was interesting. Yeah, let's see. I think it's going to do it. Yeah. There we go. Nope. They put the video up on YouTube and it went nuts. It surpassed the GTA 6 trailer record in a half of a day. And they seem to think that they used a view bot on this, and when Discord responded with "oops," oh, I didn't mean to click that. So clearly taking its own mistake in stride, the account replied to a number of accounts, including one asking if the platform would do anything to correct it. Stop pressuring me. I just broke a world record. I have no idea what we're doing next. So it's making little jokey responses. Discord's April Fool's video blew up on YouTube, securing hundreds of millions of views in just a handful of hours. The video was called "Discord Loot Boxes Are Here." a straightforward April Fool's joke about adding loot boxes to it's a communications platform. But something odd happened. The video saw hundreds of millions of views in the blink of an eye. So many, in fact, that it blew past the record set by the all-conquering GTA 6 trailer. This GTA 6 trailer, let's see, the GTA 6 trailer 1 set a new views record for the 24-hour debut of a non-music video on YouTube with 93 million views in 24 hours. Discord's loot boxes, at the time of the article's publication, Discord loot box video had 628 million views in just 17 hours. So it was achieved by nefarious means. Basically, Discord accidentally view-botted its own video. Software developer Marvin Witt took to X to say that Discord managed to create a working YouTube view bot by playing the loot box announcement trailer on loop in the background of the in-app toast notification about the video itself. So in the app, there was a little notification that came up that looked like a little toasts, and when I saw it, and while it was going, it was looping that video. So they basically, they say it was accidental, because even some of the Discord folks was like, the one guy was like, why is this video getting so many views? I don't know why this is happening. So in other Discord news, they're doing these, they're launching ads for the first time via these sponsored quests. So they're giving you PC gamers in-game rewards for getting your friends to watch a stream of you playing through Discord stuff. So they give you, it was just a pretty cool idea. If you play a game and Discord's offering a special something for that game and you just have to do this one thing, a lot of people are going to do it. I think you're muted, by the way.
Sorry about that. Hey, did you get the loot boxes?
yeah. That's what we were. Yeah. No. Yeah. I got the little thing that come up on mine.
What is it? What do you? I mean.
So the loot boxes.
If you do them.
The loot boxes was an April Fool's Day joke.
Mm-hmm.
That was Discord's April Fool's Day joke, is that we're adding loot boxes. All right. Because when I first saw that, I thought, how do you do a loot box on Discord?
The ninth one. I just got the ninth one. You had to do it. I had to do it 25 times. I don't know what the reward is.
I don't think there is a reward. You're a fool. You got April fooled.
Okay, let's find out. Oh, I got clowned.
I was right. I was right.
Yes. All right. Sir, you wasted. The clown avatar decoration will be available with you for a limited time in the decoration avatar. Sorry, you wasted your time opening loot boxes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put it on.
Awesome.
Apply. All right. So there we go. If you're in,
that's awesome.
If you're in our Your Two Dads server, oh my gosh, look at all of this stuff, including all of these stories. Isn't this amazing? You can come in and great stuff like my axioms. We might talk about that on Friday.
Well, didn't your wife have something?
Clown, bro.
That's great. So yeah, it was just a clown. But what happened was, while you were there or whatnot in the in-app loot boxes, while you're opening loot boxes, it's playing that YouTube video in the background from this bot. So everybody that was opening and doing it at the same time, that video on YouTube, that's what it was. The GTA 6 trailer 1 video set an all-time record for a non-music video. In 24 hours, it had 93 million views in 24 hours. When this article was published, it had been out for 17 hours, and the Discord box view on YouTube was like 623 million or some shit.
Really?
It was unbelievably high. Yeah, 628 million views in just 17 hours.
It's
So,
crazy.
and then when they ask him about this view bot that they're doing, they just basically said on Twitter, they replied, "Oops." That's all they said. And then they're like, "Are you going to do something about this?" Yeah, they were like, "Are you going to do something about this?" And then they said, "Stop pressuring me. I just broke a world record. I have no idea what we're doing next." So they're making jokey jokes about it. So
That's fun. All right.
there you go. I
Okay,
thought I
that's
was
cool.
wanting to bring that up. I'm glad you got on the end of that.
So I got clowned. That's amazing. Okay.
That's a
Let's
great
see.
moment in your two dads' history right there,
It's going to have to get clipped right there.
along
I
with
don't know how to
the
clip
dinosaur and
Not happening. And that bitch got what was it? What did Richter say?
I can't remember what Richter said now.
Bitch looks like Slender Man. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
bitch look like Slender Man.
David's here, or was here earlier anymore. He says, "Good morning, gents. Waiting for the kiddos to get ready for and eat breakfast. So thought I'd tune in for a bit. Good morning, David.
I hope we get to talk
Hey,
to
you know
Dave.
what? Speaking of food, I now get to proclaim as loudly as possible, "I told you so." I told you
Okay.
so.
I got to
Not
talk
you
in 30
particular.
seconds.
California fast food workers are celebrating their $20 minimum wage as managers and companies warn of cut hours and layoffs.
I mean, who could have
This
saw
is
that
what
coming?
happens when public policy is dictated by people who do not understand economics. This is on the Post Millennial. California Food Workers Union held a rally on Wednesday celebrating the state requiring fast food workers to be paid $20 an hour. An email sent out that the event about the event stated that due to low worker turnout, the event was no longer being advertised for press coverage. This is actually funny. An initial email sent to the KCRA California Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala stated that fast food cooks and cashiers from across Sacramento will hold a rally on Wednesday to celebrate the historic fast food minimum wage increase to $20 an hour, which took place on April Fool's Day. The pay increases mark a significant step forward for cooks and cashiers who have fought for over a decade for living wages and better working conditions. It's only the beginning of their fight. The email stated that the attendees of the rally would also be going to fast food locations within the city to educate other cooks and cashiers about the raise, their rights and protections, and that workers can continue to win together through California Fast Food Workers Union. A follow-up email said, the event is expected to have low worker turnout and is in fact not being advised for press coverage. Please ignore the advisory that was sent out before. Apologies for the inconvenience. Zavala later reported that the rally was still going on, and one of the rally organizers says the email that was sent to media organizations about low worker turnout was a mistake. So we're going to celebrate. Actually, don't tell people we're going to celebrate because there's not going to be that many people there. Actually, we shouldn't have told you that second thing because we're still trying to generate public support.
That's what happens when when inexperience comes into play. That's wisdom right there.
The bill went into effect on April 1st, and it affects companies with more than 60 locations nationwide, according to the Washington Examiner. Some companies and managers have warned that the pay increase will come alongside cut hours for employees. This is exactly what I said on Monday. I am used to being a champion of labor, and I'm in this odd position, said Michaela Mendelson, who manages 6 El Pollo Loco restaurants. Is that the fried chicken place from Breaking Bad? We're having to get more efficient. So really what's left is to reduce labor hours. And I hate saying this. It's a supply and demand thing. If you're going to turn up the cost of doing business, you're going to have to turn it down somewhere else. Either you're going to have to sell a lot more chicken, or you're going to have to sell the chicken you're selling with fewer employees or fewer employee hours. One worker, Sangra, I'm sorry, I can't say your name, bro, said she was happy about the additional money in her paycheck, but was worried about her coworkers' hours being cut. Yeah, she is worried. She's literally taking the pay from her coworkers. They get less hours or fired, and she gets a pay raise. companies such as Jack in the Box, Chipotle, McDonald's, and Starbucks have warned that the wage increases would inflate menu prices by 2.5% to 3.5%. And Pizza Hut warned that about 1,000 workers could be losing their jobs. So, neener. I was right. If you had listened to me, you wouldn't be in this situation. You should have listened to your two dads.
The liar's table's tomorrow.
Hey, and by the way, if you guys haven't already, please remember, like and subscribe. Okay. And share the show. Share the show on Twitter. Did I tell you I'm out of Twitter jail? I'm out of Twitter jail. I'm not in Twitter jail anymore.
You're out of Twitter jail?
Yeah, they let me out. It was, and the first thing I did was complain about being in Twitter jail.
Can I ask a question? I've never been in Twitter jail, and this is, I've got several questions, but if I could just ask one. If you drop the soap in Twitter jail, is it the same as if you?
It's not quite the same because the whole phone. It's the whole phone. It's not quite the same.
Okay. I have follow-up questions, but we can do those after the show. That might be another show. That might be
after show. We'll do the
after
show.
Yeah.
All right. We got some more food related news, Deke. Oh, that was the food in Twitter jail. Oh.
Yeah, how was the food in Twitter jail?
I don't know. It was, I was only in for 24 hours. I was fasting, so. Yeah.
No. Oh, you were fasting?
No, I wasn't fasting.
Do they still throw lime on you when you go in?
They do that.
Kill all the ticks and stuff.
They do that before. I got power hosed. They
put me up against the wall. They hold a big power hose and just. And you have
there was a brush with they were raking me down with a brush. Wait, no. I think that was young.
That's radiation. Yeah, that might be radiation. Yeah, we're mixing it up.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay, so apparently, have you heard of Amazon fresh? What is it? Fresh grocery stores? What do they call them? Amazon fresh grocery stores. You haven't heard of that? You probably haven't got one in Paducah.
No, in Kentucky we ain't got stuff like that. I can go down to the Amish market though and get some pretty good butter.
So okay,
really good.
So there are these Amazon, I guess it's in urban places, right? Food deserts. There's these Amazon fresh grocery stores. So Amazon's got its own grocery stores. And apparently, I don't know if I ever told you this. One time, this is related. There's this gas station like down the ways a little bit, and I went there because Upside was giving me money back on my gas. And one time, I don't really buy stuff at gas stations. One time I was like, man, I need something. I went in, I got a coffee or something. I walked in, I took the stuff, and I was like, there's no pay thing, or there was no I don't know what happened. There was just a mat, and you just put your food on the mat. And then the little thing on the charger was like, okay, $5. And I was like, what just happened? What just happened? I just put something on there. It didn't bleep a barcode or anything. And it just was like, oh, that's $5. And then I tapped my phone. I was like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. So no cashier, no register.
No exchange of goods or money.
Well, I believed my phone. My phone, but they didn't.
Physical money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is exactly synchronicity has been going crazy in my life. I was just talking to my son about this the other day when he was talking about Bitcoin and stuff like that. And I was explaining to him about this cashless society where you go in, you tap your phone and you walk out and whatnot. I said, what happens if the government, the people that control the what happened if they don't like you? What happens if they don't like what you're saying or what you're doing?
Right. Yeah.
That's why you need.
I'm sorry, your transaction failed. Oh, I'm sorry, your transaction failed.
That's why you need money in your pocket.
I don't have money.
I carry cash on me all the time.
The story is not that it was contactless payment. The story is that it was contactless bleeping of the products.
Everything.
It was just put them on the thing, and it was like, okay, $5. And it was like there wasn't a person. There was something. The computer just knew what I had, and just whatever. Let
me take this one little step, and then we'll get back to the main story because it's made me think of something I wanted to bring up with you. I saw an article. So you go into Walmart, and they have all these self-checkouts. And everybody complained about them for years because they took out the real checkouts and they only had like 2 or 3 real checkouts and they had all these other self checkouts. So we've gotten used to doing it ourselves. And now
Right.
my Walmart in Benton has remodeled the front a little bit and put some more cashier checkouts where there's like
Okay.
6 or 7 there,
Oh,
but
so people don't steal
but
stuff
there
as much.
but there are only 1 or 2 people there, and that's what maybe they're doing this for job. Why are they doing this? Let me tell you why they're doing this. I found out that they in some cities they're making the self checkouts only if you subscribe to like their Walmart Plus program and pay a monthly
Ah,
fee, you can check out on the self checkouts. If
okay.
not, you're going to have to stand in line behind everybody else and do this other thing because those are the regular
That's
checkouts.
interesting.
But
I
if
didn't
you
know
want,
that.
yeah, it's the Walmart, it's the McDonald's, it's the everything strategy.
Yeah.
They get you used to something to where you like it and it's
Subscribe.
convenient and you want to do it, and then they charge you for it. It's a fucking
Yeah.
drug dealer. Take the first one, pay for the second. Whoa.
Subscribe.
Oh,
It gets you hooked. Okay. All right. So let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Amazon Fresh grocery store.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Going back down the main
apparently
road.
there was a pilot program at the Amazon Fresh grocery stores where you as a customer would walk into the grocery store, pick up your bananas and your apricots and your avocados or whatever it is that you're after, and you would leave. You would just pick the stuff up and leave. And it was like magic. You just get charged for it, right? Magic. And you're thinking, oh, is it AI? How do they know? Is it QR codes or something? I don't know. I have no idea.
Video.
No, what it was, where's the thing? Share this tab. Bleep, blop, bloop. What it was 1,000 Indians. They had 1,000 Indian guys that were just watching video of people buying stuff and we're just like saying, oh, that's bananas. Oh, that's peaches. Oh, that's this. Amazon ditches its just walk out checkouts at its grocery stores. Just over half of Amazon Fresh stores are equipped with just walked out. The technology allows customers to skip checkout altogether by scanning a QR code when they enter the store. It seemed like it was completely automated. However, Just Walk Out relied on 1,000 people in India watching and labeling videos to ensure accurate checkouts.
Oh my God.
Or that looks like a banana. That's 4022.
I don't know what that is. Yes, I just charged them something. They'll never check their receipt.
He got an avocado, but he should have checked it twice. It was
Do
too firm.
you know Walmart got sued by a bunch of people because they were charging, and I brought this up on the show before. Walmart got sued by a bunch of people because if they were charging you for an eight pounds of chicken, you were really getting 7.2 pounds of chicken or 6.8 pounds of chicken when you got home. Not after you cooked it or anything. It
Right.
was it says 8 pounds. You get it home and it's not 8 pounds. And it happened all over the place. Walmart got sued. Did you know they lost or they settled? You know, and
really?
there's I saw a little thing. It's like if you bought meat at Walmart between this time and this date, and I was like, well, I definitely did. I don't have any of the receipts, but I definitely did.
Yeah,
you know, and
you
the first
should
thought is
join the
maybe I
class
should
action.
join that. Ooh, well, maybe I'll get a check for 0.3 cents, and that's cool because that'll really, you know, how many people?
You gotta go onto the website and join that class action lawsuit. Oops.
Yeah, it's
You
ridiculous.
could have got a box of chicken nuggets for free, dude. But they would definitely be the diseased chicken nuggets.
Is it real chicken?
I don't know. So that's fun. Amazon Fresh. Let's see. What do we got here?
I've got one. I've got a science story for you.
Hold on. I'm not done with it. I'm not done with corporate stuff. This is
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
We can do science in a minute. So I saw this morning. I was like, hey, this is cool. An organization called 1792 Exchange launches a database exposing donations and biases of leftist corporations like Disney. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The 1792 Exchange launched a database exposing the political bias of woke Fortune 250 companies. It's a nonprofit dedicated to providing resources and developing policies to educate Americans about woke corporations, as well as the dangers with environment, social, and governance investing. ESG, y'all.
Nice.
The board bias database gives folks a fuller picture of people behind the decisions made by corporations. We hope it's a tool that informs shareholders and educates the public. Daniel Cameron, CEO of the exchange, told Breitbart News in a statement. So I went over to the exchange, and this, this kind of comes just like days after Disney wins out. I saw a story in Ground News about a hedge fund that was attempting a hostile takeover of Disney, and Disney won out the hostile takeover. But this is just days after that. This is the 1792 exchange. Where's my share button? Right here. And you can go down here and you can pick a company. For instance, obviously Disney is going to be like a high risk. Okay. Risk level very high. But look at this. They give you a summary of the company, and then they tell you, oh, they have corporate weaponization. They have governance and public policy, and it pulls information right out of their own corporate policies. So like if you're a real like nerd about this stuff, you can see like, oh my gosh, this company. So let's pick a company that I haven't picked. So
okay, so here I got you one. Your wife's had a rough day. Your wife had a rough week. You're thinking about, you want to send her some flowers, right?
Oh,
you want to send her some flowers. All right. You want to make it easy. You don't have time to run by a florist or anything like that.
1-800-Flowers.
1-800-Flowers. So 1-800-Flowers. Look at that one.
Yeah. You know what? I ordered 1-800-Flowers like last week. and you know what? I'm actually, hold on. Now I'm derailed. 1-800-Flowers. These people, I ordered, they were like, do you want it delivered the same day? Yeah, I want it delivered the same day. Well, if you order in the next 3 hours, you get it delivered the same day. Okay, I want to order the same day. Send it. Okay. And then 12 hours later at 10 p.m., I check and it's like, it hasn't been shipped yet, but it'll be there before 8 p.m. It was 9 p.m. I was like, what are you talking about? You're late. You are late. So I had to call them and, whatever, complain. So 1-800-Flowers. Suck.
This is interesting. I mean, if you're one of those people that's like, I do business with, I buy 3M tape. I'd buy 3M products. Yeah. 3M, high risk. Yeah. There are other companies that make the same stuff.
1-800. I mean,
and if there's not, maybe you should be that company that makes the stuff that doesn't do this, and then you will be the rich person.
If you want a good company, go look on Public Square or something like that. So 1-800-Flowers has denied service to customers, suppliers, or vendors due to their political views or religious beliefs, or corporately boycotts, divest, or sanctions religions, people groups, or industries. Wow. Charitable giving, including employee matching program policies or practices, discriminate against charitable organization based on the religious views. So
Adobe, Air Products, Adidas, Airbnb.
So that's cool. You guys should go check this out.
Allstate,
ADT, Adobe, not surprised. AMD. Oh my God. What about NVIDIA? NVIDIA is like the biggest company in the world.
There's 19 freaking pages of high risk.
NVIDIA. Whoa, high risk. Oh, but look at this. They're only yellow for corporate weaponization and governance. So NVIDIA is not as bad as say Microsoft or Amazon. That doesn't mean they're good. It just means not as bad. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's 8:49.
I got a science story for you.
Yeah, let's do a science story for you. Because I don't care about this dumb bad mayor. She sucks, but they elected her. People of Dalton, Illinois, you caused your own problem.
You know what that is, JJ?
Tardigrades. Yeah, those things can fly through space, right? Something like
that. Kinda. Tardigrades, we have discovered they're very, very little thing, microscopic things that you see.
Robust.
Yes, they're they're what do they call them? The something bears, not water bears or something. Yeah, they're cute because they look pudgy. But they do this very interesting thing where they can survive in extreme environments, and they do this by
right.
Yeah, they do this by going into this thing called biostasis, basically. A water bear, moss piglet. So basically they go into this biostasis and they shut down. Biostasis. They go into a suspended animation process. And they know this because they've been studying them. They sent 3,000 tardigrades to space, and over half of them survived in the open airs of space. And so,
the open no airs of space. The
the open no airs of the open vacuum of space. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, scientists have been studying them, and they have grown these. They've using lab grown human kidney cells. They found that when they introduced this gene that they believe that causes the tardigrade to do this to the human cells, it resulted in a gel-like consistency that basically slowed down metabolism, just like it does in the tardigrades. And when whatever outside stressor was causing that, disappears, that osmotic, that stress.
Yeah.
When that disappears, that kidney, that lab grown human kidney cell with this tardigrade CAHSD, starts to chill out and completely disappear, and it's just a human kidney cell again. It was very interesting. Very interesting.
What? If they stick it into I don't understand.
So basically, here's the gel. Here's the cell, and when they introduce the thing, the tardigrade thing to the cell, it turns into this gel-like substance. It changes and turns into this tardijelly. Yeah, tardijelly. And then and when the stress is relieved from that, be it the vacuum of space, extreme heat, whatever stress was relieved, that tardijelly dissolved and turned back into the kidney cell. It was very interesting. It slowed the metabolism, it basically put the kidney cell in a biostasis. Think about it as you're standing there and this thing comes over you and it has this gel-like substance, and you go into a biostasis and you're frozen. And then when you leave space and you go back in, the gel disappears.
Maybe we could use it for like aliens stasis pods. We could
I mean,
fill them with tardijelly and send them to like a barren planet.
I mean, it's very interesting. Because at the end of the article it said scientists are still like really looking into this hardcore, which is very interesting. I've always been interested in tardigrades. On TikTok, every once in a while I'll fly through, and I've liked the guy, so that's why he comes up. He always has like couple of drops of water from a pond or something that he's looking at through a microscope, and when he finds a tardigrade, he'll follow it around. It's really cool.
So I thought these things were like immortal or something like that because they're like super robust, but they only live like 2.5 years.
Yeah, lobsters are immortal.
Are they really?
Lobsters don't die of old age.
Whoa, let me say, not lobster, crab. I saw a video of a crab shedding its shell. So, and it was the like creepiest thing I may have ever seen. So, crab, under the sea, that guy.
Yeah.
Those things have a exoskeleton, so they have a shell. So their surface of their body hardens into this like hard shell, protects them but they keep growing, and as they grow they have to shed, they have to molt the shell. The way that a crab molts its shell is it pulls its muscles in to itself, and there's a seam around the top of the shell, and
you ever seen a spider do that?
I don't know, I've never seen a spider, but let me see if I can find the.
I don't want to see it. No, you're cool with it. No, I'm good. No, I don't think it would, because we've got like 6 minutes left, and I still got to do music.
Music. Do you do music?
Yeah. Don't find the damn video. I don't want to quit typing. I see what you're doing. It's potato week here on the radio. Not the radio station, the little stupid show that we do here. And so it is Hot Potatoes by the Kinks. I guarantee you've never heard this song. So listen, you like the Kinks? From the late 60s?
Rings a bell. Don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I can't tell you I know what that song
Yeah,
is.
I know you wouldn't. So listen to the Kinks and let JJ show you a stupid video.
Oh my god! You don't want to you want to see this or not?
Go ahead, I don't care.
Ricochet, you here? Okay, all right, we're gonna watch it.
Silly.
We're gonna watch it. We'll have to speed it up a little bit because it's come on. No, it's kind of gross.
Is it not going to work? Yeah, good.
The video's not working.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Divine intervention.
oh, here we go. Here we go. I found it. About this. Look at this thing. It's pulling its body out of that. It's retracting. It's getting out of there. Yeah, sorry about that. It's too loud. Yeah, isn't that gross? Weird. So it breaks itself in half, and then it makes a new shell. I don't know how we got from tardigrade to this thing, but I saw it last week. I just wanted to share it with you, Deacon.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
That's the sign of a true friendship when you see something that disgusts you really, really bad, and you're like, "Oh, that affected me. I must show my friend. If I'm affected, they must be affected as well, so that we can share this affection together."
Is this disgusting?
That's pretty gross. It's pretty interesting, though. I mean,
we should take a bunch of this tarda jelly and send it over to that Chinese biogenesis that's engineering babies. Why not? If they're going to be HIV proof, let's put them in space too.
Don't give the Chinese people ideas.
How many horrible things can I say on one show? All right, it's joke time.
Yeah, thank
joke
God.
Time.
Yeah, let's get some happiness.
Deacon.
JJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us for however long you were here. Appreciate it so much. If you don't mind hitting that like button, come hang out with us tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning's Friday, and usually, unless the show's canceled, it's not. Usually Dave joins us, and we're going to talk about at least a little bit axioms. Did I tell you? My wife said that your wife has to provide an axiom, and then you have to tell what it is. Okay.
We both have to have one, or just her?
Yeah. We'll do so it'll be like all three of us, and then one for you and one for your wife. So it'll be 6 of them. So it won't be my whole list. Okay. And for those of you who are interested, my whole list is available on our Discord server, and it's super, super valuable.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's entertaining.
Yeah, it is a short and concise trip into how my brain works, and then you'll be I stand
sense. By what I said in the chat. You guys don't want a Deke-isms chat. No, you don't.
Definitely does. Definitely does.
Oh, Dave's twisted too.
Deacon.
Yes.
How do you make a hot dog stand?
I've heard this before, but I don't remember.
Take away its chair.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty
all right.
Good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So this guy came into the radio station the other day to do an interview. And so I was sitting there asking him, and I said, "How do you perform?" I said, "Can you perform under pressure?" And he sits there for a second, and he says, "No, but I can hum a few bars of Bohemian Rhapsody if you want me to." You saw that one coming.
Under pressure. Bye.
Talking heads, lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter.
No, restream. You're gonna do this right.
Politicians and talking heads, lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her next swim meet to a psychopath dude with fake teeth. Tuning now to your To That Show. JJ and Deacon, they're the ones that know. Subscribe quick, the squid monster's on the way. Conspire with us, tomorrow's news today.
Yeah.
All I can say is that those 2 boys are on a few lists. That's a fact.